Hello everybody, this is Sonia. So today I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can use threads. Well, one sort of thread for a start. So these tapestry threads, Cherry asked me what sort of thing you can do with them, because if you don't do tapestry, they're nice woolly ones. I picked these nice colours. Pretty much you can pick these up reasonably cheap, I think, at the thrift shops. Let's move that over a bit. And because they're very thick, they've got to be something particular, I suppose, that you want to do with them. So I'm going to show you a few different ideas. Well, I think I've got some in my head. For a start, I'm going to use I'm going to use that felt, but I'll use this piece of wool first, because it's good for sewing on wool fabric. This is a bit of a blanket, or felt. You can use felt, it's good for, if you've got a really even weave fabric, open weave fabric, it's good. I have some here that's got the cross stitch fabric, that you do use for your cross stitch. You can't use this, but if you get one with bigger holes, because you can get little holes with bigger holes in it, so you can use that if you want to do that sort of thing. But this is an old piece of tapestry that I found somewhere. So this is using that sort of wool. This is that nice wool. It's a little bit old, this thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm deciding what to do with this. It's nice, isn't it? So this is what sort of thing that this wool is used for, and this has got the holes in it. Like I said, you can make, that's a tapestry thing, right? Now, if you want to have, don't want to do that, because it just depends what sort of stitching you like to do. And you can use something on like this here, right? So I've got a big father type needle here. I've got one with a big eye, because you need to have a big eye, and plus pointy end on's good. Now you can use this to crochet with too, or knit, but you probably wouldn't get lots. I don't know what size thing you'd get. We might have a go in a minute, but the things that I would have used this for in the past mostly is to do with something on top of your work, okay? Because you don't want to take it back and forward through there very often, but that's okay, you can. I'll just take this off here and get a bit. Now this is only cost, I think these ones I bought for about $1 a thing, or even less. Or we've got packets of them, but you can also buy them, how people do a pattern, and then they have some left over, and then you can buy them like on large amounts, can't you? So I would say that it's really good for making I know I've got a small piece of but it's easier for my hands. Ball and stitch would work really well, but so you need to do it with you need to have something like the wool, so it'll go through really good. Just go and cut a bit off the end of the blanket. Nobody's going to know. And they are good to make a rose too, which I can't say that I'm going to be able to do today. I could have a go, I suppose, but so you wrap that and then pull that through, and you've got your ball and stitch. So if you start out with it's the fabric, I think, that you need to make sure you got the right sort of thing. So then you can go with it, because I've done a little bit of wool embroidery, and I tried to find some, but you know how that is. I've got to find anything now. Anyway, we can do a rose if you want to. I'll show you how to do that. And you put actually, I did decide this after I started, so when you did the middle bit, you probably wouldn't do it as big. So you go around there, come up that way, halfway through, and you want to take it down over here, okay? Back up through there. Now this is a last minute thing that I've done as usual. So I was doing a bit of stuff there, kit together for someone. Okay. Pull that up, and then it'll go around there. Like that. And just go down in there. Now each time you go back behind that bit, halfway along that one, and come out along this one here. Now, I probably did make the middle bit a bit too big, to be honest, the long piece in the centre. But this is how you make a, this is grub roses, maybe I'm wrong. No, they're, I don't know. I used to do them on a baby's blanket. You can use this as a thing for a baby's blanket. A few wraps because I'm taking it around the corner here now. If you can see what I'm doing, I hope you can. So you more or less want to keep going around until you get the size. But what would be good to use besides this would be some variegated thread, because then you can change the colour. As your rose would go, the colour from the inside would be a bit darker. I'll just do one more boolean stitch. Should only went halfway and halfway. Okay. You get the hang of it after a while when you figure out, what you're sort of looking for, and you just keep on working on that. Now I've got it a bit trapped. You can pretty much do a lot of different things with it. I'm thinking about the best. What I thought to myself was the best thing is you have to have the right base fabric. But that's what goes with most things. So hey, if you've got to have the right fabric to work on, I should go back down there a bit further. I didn't pull it down too far. So you sort of keep going around in there till you come up with something that looks like it could be a rose. If I don't think I'd make it bigger. And this part here in the middle here is starting to lift up, so I'm just going to sneak up there and put a stitch over that to hold it down, okay? There we go. See? Flower, rose, thingy, whatever that is. Alright, now you would use it for couching. I mean, that's just pretty simple really. You just put your piece down and then you just couch on it. So I'll just do that too. I'm going to use itself. I'm going to put that there and I'm going to come up along here. And I'm going to just catch it down with that bit of wool. Just don't pull it too tight. There you go. Nice one. That's a stem, I guess. I've got a piece of thread here, so I'm going to make that bit. Yeah. There we go. I'll fasten it off. Now last night when I was in bed the ideas were coming at me thick and fast, but today I might have to get a mouthful of water. It's pretty much most stitches, you can use most embroidery stitches to do it. Let's do some green on there. That'll look really snazzy, won't it? Now I don't know what they cost usually where people are, but if you can pick them up cheap, you know, you might as well grab them, because they're good to do this with, and for people that, you know, can't thread the small needle for a small bit, they're good for that. Okay, so we can have a circle. Make your catch circle, I suppose. Because so that, hang on, no, that's not what I will do. We'll do the, I'll do a spider, let's do a spider web rose thing now, again. So you need five spokes. Now that might be a bit big, I might go right over the top there. Oh, yeah. So I think it'll be right. It's right on the edge. I'm on the edge now. You need 5 spokes. But see, because I was thinking, you know, these are things you can do where you're not going to take the thread down through the back much, like this one and the couching. But if you got the wool, if you got the to use, it'll work really good. I'll just have a go on a felt in a minute. So all you need to do is just weave this round in here. So you want to go behind that one and over that one. Go back and under the 2 of them. So go back to the one that you bent first and under that one. Go back under there. Back and under there. So go back around that one and under this one, okay? Actually, this is probably not the right thing, but this is... I think I've done this wrong, but anyway. It's a way of doing it. It's a way of using the thread, and something that you can make. And another thing too, if you had... I'm thinking... what am I looking for? Beads with a good size hole. You could add an odd bead, I suppose. If you had some of those, not on this bit maybe, but in something. So you've got, this is not the spider web rose at all, this is just a woven thingy, okay? It's one of my woven thingies. I'll show you the other one in a minute. Oh, sometimes we just got a lot in our brain. You can't get out the right thing. I'm not pulling this too tight. I get back up behind that one, under that one. Oh dear. I've got bits on this week too. I've got things I'm supposed to do, but I can't because the charger on my gopher's not working, which is not good. I don't know what happened to that, but anyway, we're getting that replaced, so that'll be alright. This looks really snazzy, doesn't it? This is made good on flower. Top of a flower, maybe, if you wanted to. Now you can go right out to the end, or you can just stop it and just have... that one there's a bit... What have I done here? Why is that so long? I've just made a big long stitch there, haven't I? It's okay. We'll try and fill it in somehow. Let's keep going until I run out of thread. I might even stop there, I think. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do 4. I'll go over to this one again because that way I've got... Go back through there and under there. And around behind it and down. There we go. So we got, and it works quick, doesn't it? It gets things done fast. That one I made too long, so you might not like to do that with yours. And if you did that, You can always make this the stem of your flower. That'd look pretty cool. Okay, so I'll do a bit of yellow now. And I shouldn't take the cover off there, should I? I'll see if I can do the rose. Okay. Now, honestly, I think I might do the background with something else because I don't think that's long enough, is it? I get 5. I'll have a go, won't I? 1, 2, 3. I'm going really slow. So I don't know what the idea of that is. Go slow so it won't. If you go fast, so you won't use it too quick. I don't know. Oh dear. Knew I was going to have to rethread this for sure because of the. Well, I hope you're having a good day. I don't even know if I told you what they give you a weather report or anything. In Australia, in parks, it is 11:15. It is. The humidity is 50, no, 48. The temperature is 75, which is absolutely gorgeous, which is 25 Celsius, which I really do love that idea. Not even, last night it wasn't even cold or anything. It's not even, well, it's not hot today, but it's warm. Like, I know other people think that that's temperature's hot, but it is not. It's not hot. 25 degrees. I've still got a woolly on. Oh, well, I haven't now, but I would have if it was winter time. Okay, so that's going through the knot. I can tell by the fact that it's not moving very far. Okay, so I'm going to, maybe you'll use a bigger piece of thread and not be, oh, this is one time when I'll be thrifty, is it? I don't know. One time. That's not going to look good. It's not going to work at all, is it? You want to bring it right over here, Sonia. I'll leave it over there. And thread this in through here. Right. They're not level. That doesn't matter. Nobody panic. I'll cut that tail off too. I can just use this as a sample of something, I suppose. Righto, so now we've got the wool. And we need to do this thing here where I just think I just got to go weaving it round, don't I? Under and over, under and over. Over, under. Yep. And if you're worried too about getting, which you might get your wool caught because it's fluffy, you can use the back of the needle, because I've decided to do that too. Okay. Yeah, so I'm supposed to have x-rays on Tuesday, but I can't use my scooter because I might not be able to charge it, because on the one day after I've got to go out to have test drive the bed that I'm getting, so you know, work out the bed. So this is what we're doing now. This is really cool. You just go around here till you like what you're doing, okay? Real easy. And the more you, I'll get the words out here in a minute, the more you go around, the better, because you don't want to see any of these spiky bits, right? Plus it seems to it'll want to build itself up a bit. So you want to go underneath there to find the hidden stitch and put a thing through that. Go over the next one and under this one. and build it up like that. Okay? And, well, I made a mistake, didn't I? Look at that. Under, over, under. Oh, no, I didn't. What am I thinking about? Yeah, there it is. I couldn't see that one. He's there. Right, so if you just sort of... I'm not happy. There was one little tree. After they took all the monastery down that was across the road, they took out all the big trees, which was ever so devastating. And there was one little tree that grew up in the corner over there across the street. And it was it was in, actually, the yard. There you go, so that's how that will look. Eh? You go around as many times as you want to and make it look like you would need it to be. And on Friday, they started and they took it down. Oh, it took 2 days to cut it down, and I couldn't believe it. You know what? I think we're one of the only houses in the street that's got trees. People keep cutting down all the trees. People move in and that makes me wild. You think that people could just do that? It's nature. We're supposed to have trees. We've got a stack in our yard, and they're staying there too. I'd like to see somebody try to take them away, which one man did one day. He had to fix something to do with it. Look, it even makes a bit of a gully. There was something out the front. I think he had to fix something to do with the pipes or something at the drainage out the front. And he got the chainsaw, and I went out there and said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm going to cut this tree." I said, "No, you're not." I said, "Don't you dare do that." I said, "Put that down." And I come inside and I ring, don't I sound bad, and I rang the people that owned the house, and I told the lady what he was doing, and I said, "And it's got nothing to do, it's nowhere near that pipes and things," which it wasn't. And she told me to tell him to stop it right now, and I dare cut that out because it was part of theirs. And I did, I stopped him. I don't think he was very happy. Because these people, I reckon when they get a chainsaw, they can't wait to just chop things up, you know. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so this is what Jeremy had to take out a tree that we had up the back because it died, you know. And that was the reason. It was an old plum tree that had been up there for a while. But that's the only reason he took it out, because it was dead. So there's one of those, you see. This is a bit of wool embroidery, isn't it, that we're doing here? Now, I've got to have a little drink there. And what else? Can I think of something else? Because I'm going to stop this clock because it only put half hour on it. Because I had it going and I hadn't finished figuring out what I was going to do. I was going to do a leaf on this. I reckon a leaf would look really nice done with this stuff, you know, fly stitch and that too. But, or put, you can do lots of things with this. You can do lots of things. It's just as useful as any other sort of thread, you know. It's just as useful. So I can get back on here now. Shouldn't have did that, but it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to keep there for the sake of just looking after it, you know. There's no other reason, because I wouldn't be able to go and find something exactly the same. It's I might have a go and see if I can crochet this. I'm sure you can. I'm sure there's no reason why I can't crochet it. Look at that. I'll just make a leaf or no, I'll just crochet a circle. This might be too thick, this hook. Hope not, because I'm at it already. This is a 4, is it? No, 3.5. Gee, I thought it was thicker than that. And there's a chain. And here's a circle. And that's another thing you can cut, and then I'll do a free chain. And then I'm just going to fill this up with treble, which we call that here in Australia. I don't know. I know some ears call it a different thing because you're in a different place, I guess. 2 different ways of, some sort of double crochet or something. how double crochet is different. We've got different ideas, I suppose. Now we just make a circle by just going in here. You get out of my way. Hoop one up. The lady says something like hooking around, pulling his guts, pulling through it. There's a woman on here who does this really weird sayings when she's doing this. I can't remember what it is, like something like hook his leg, pull his something, wrap it around, pull his guts through. Just, I suppose it's a way of helping people to remember, I guess. But I forgot what she was doing. This crochet's up really good. Look at that. Now I want it to sit flat, so I've got to make sure that I do enough, you know, so it's, if I go do more, it'll sit up with a bit of, I don't know, just a bit of thing. So if I take that over there now, I might just have one more stitch. I didn't even tell you what I used to do this. It's just, you know, go into the top of there and pull that through like that. And then you can use it as a circle on something if you want to. I'm doing that wrong. Oh, this girl showed her how to do this, and it doesn't leave that big lumpy bit. Oh, I wonder what that was now. Wish I knew. Oh dear. I do wish I knew how she did that. She had this bit, okay, and she did something clever. Maybe she just went through there and pulled it back through those two. That still makes a... I don't know. Oh, just pull it straight through. Did you just pull it straight through? Let it stay there? Probably not. So you haven't got a big lump there. I'll have to go and find that, and I'll show you it. If people crochet and you've not been doing it very long, you don't understand what I'm talking about, because I haven't been doing it very long and I don't understand what I'm talking about. Well, that's not true. I've been doing it for a really long time. But I can't remember now what she did so that it didn't look lumpy. But it's not going to come undone unless I untuck it. But see, there's another bit that you can use circles, and you just keep going around and make more colours. Wouldn't that look snazzy, wouldn't it, whenever you come up with something? But anyway, there was another thing I wanted to do with it, wasn't there? I thought I might do some beads, but I don't think I've got anything with big enough holes just handy. Fair in front of me, because you've got to think about... I was watching a lady do the beads where she crocheted them on, but you have to have a needle that's small enough to go through the hole of the bead. So you'd have to have that there. It goes through the hole of the bead. And then you... Alright. If I did another colour. And you put your bead through through your bead. No. I'll figure that out. When I see these things, you think, oh, I don't need to write that down, I'll remember it, but then, you know, it's probably ages ago since I've seen it, so it's not going to work for me. Anyway, Terry, I hope you got a few ideas there. I hope you got, you know, you can use it for your crochet, you can use it for your knitting, and you can make these nice things out of it. The rose I really think looks good. If you start with a darker colour in the middle and then put another colour and bring it up, you know, so you're going about. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. You got some ideas what you can do with your woolly bits. But all those things you can do with any sort of thread anyway. But I suppose this is something that people, you know, don't think about, that you can sew with it really good if you've got some wool or the felt. I'll show you, this goes through pretty good too, look. Because of what it is, it just goes through all right. There you see. It just goes through fine because of the fabric. You get me? There you go. Real easy to sew through. So this is just a bit of wool felt. It's not something, it's not an expensive one. Probably got a bit of acrylic in it. but that's all right. You can be used, okay? So just go and nick a bit off the end of the blanket, but nobody's going to see. Well, see, I bought these for these blankets from next to nothing a while back, but now word gets around and more people want them, and then they start to get more expensive, you know, because they are wool and they're really good. They're very versatile. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.